Hey Triple Fivers, today we have a whole bunch of lighter goodness coming to you from Urban EDC Supply, which is my preferred storefront online to get cool Japanese lighters. So here I have just a standard Zippo lighter here, and it works fine, but the problems with Zippo lighters are known. I just put fuel in it day before last, and it's already out. So if you enjoy traditional Zippo fluid lighters and you're ready to maybe move to something that is just a higher quality product, then Douglas lighters are your huckleberry. And what we have today is a whole variety of Douglas lighters, or more broadly, lighters from the Tokyo Pipe company that produces Douglas branded lighters, as well as other lighters like this marvelous lighter, which is a very cool alternative to the Zippo style. In this video, we'll go through each lighter step by step, show you how they work, how they're constructed, and then I will pick my favorites. So let's get into it. All right, up first is the Field L lighter, which, as you know, has made an appearance on the channel before in a lighter video I made in 2018. This is a lighter that I've carried and used for a little less than a year, and I could not be happier with this lighter. I'll just go right ahead and say that if I had to pick one lighter out of the bunch, I would pick the Field L. Although honestly, as I've gotten a chance to use some of these other lighters, it's going to be a more difficult decision. Very beautiful machining here. This is a solid brass, great tolerances. You can see here that there's some really nice engraving throughout the construction of this handsome lighter. Very simple. You unthread this bottom piece and add fluid through the bottom, and lights right up. One of the things that I love about this lighter in comparison to standard Zippo lighters is that it is much better weather sealed, and so I can put fluid in this and it will last a couple weeks no problem if I'm not using the fluid up all the way. Size on this is 2.75 inches, about a little less than an inch wide, maybe 0.65 inches, just about 2 ounces in brass, and this is made in Japan. This is the Field L lighter. Absolutely love this. Get a little bit more zoomed in so you can take one last close look at this beautiful Field L lighter made in Japan. The Field L lighter at Urban EDC Supply is coming in at $60, which I think is a tremendous value for the beautiful construction and practical design of this lighter. Coming again from the Tokyo Pipe company, we have a different brand, the Neo brand, which is a more accessible, better value, but similar high quality construction style of lighter. Again, in the sort of World War II trench style. What we have here is the Neo 1 and the Neo 2. And they're very similar in their construction, but we'll look at them side by side. These are again made from solid brass, add fluid at the bottom, flints at the top, and we have some novelty here up at the top. On the Neo 1, you can see that this is threaded. So having a threaded wick there is just going to mean that it's going to be more weather resistant, and it's going to ensure that you're going to have easy access to fire even in weather adverse conditions. Still have to just blow it out. You can rethread it, and weather sealing is thanks to just a simple O gasket there at the top of the wick. So very handsome, definitely more compact than the Field L. Same height, a little bit lesser weight. Gearing is a little bit less refined, as you can see, but still very nice and still a very high level of construction. These are only $24 shipped from Urban EDC Supply. So if you like the L but can forego some of the nice machining and details, just want something high quality, then the Neo line is your choice. Now in the Neo 2, you have a very similar build quality, very similar size, but you have not only a threaded wick, but and this is not threaded, this is just a pressure cap for your flint roller. And in either case, you can just choose your preferred weather sealing. If you're concerned about very adverse conditions, then the Neo 3 would be the best choice for you. Definitely a little bit more dangly with all these pieces, so you just got to make sure that you're not in a place where these are going to snap off, but there's no danger of them falling out. They're secure on the lighter. Next up, we have what is undoubtedly the cutest lighter of the whole bunch. This is the Neo 4, a stout, short lighter in comparison to the rest of these Neo lighters. Again, made by the Tokyo Pipe Co., so built to a very nice specification out of solid brass. You can see that this one has a nice windshield on it as well, and big gearing. You put the fluid down here at the bottom, as you can see. Again, very clean machining, very simple, and very nice quality little guy. This little guy is smaller. This is about 4 centimeters tall, weighs about 37 grams. But as far as the technical side of the lighter goes, lights up just as nicely as the other lighters. And as you can see, it has a nice cap on it, not unlike the Douglas Field L lighter, which is nice because you can pop that down and put it out very easily without having to blow on it. Let's just compare this little guy really quickly to some of the other lighters that we've seen. Again, we've got the Douglas Field L, we've got the Neo Series 1, Neo Series 2, and then here is the cute Neo Series 4. As you can see, it's quite a bit smaller, quite a bit stouter. This is great for maybe the bottom of a backpack or a larger pocket, or if you want that windshield. I think that this would actually hold a similar amount of fluid as these larger ones as the dimensions finally play out. Definitely quite a handsome set of lighters here. And when I said that I prefer the L still out of the bunch, this guy is really challenging me there because, man, it's just so cool. It's cute and beautifully constructed and has a windshield. Man, it's just so nice. I mean, it's great. Feels great in the hand, being thicker too. This is a cool lighter. The Neo Series 4 by the Tokyo Lighter Co. Up next is the last of the Douglas lighters here. This is the Douglas Field S model. And the S model is kind of considered their nicest lighter. It certainly has the most manufacturing touches, nice machining. You can see here the beautiful rounded grooves. And it's got a nice windshield here on the bottom. There's again some very nice engraving, very handsome, very fancy. One thing that's nice here too is that this is not, it's not a twist lighter where you twist this and it lights like on maybe old Dunhill lighters. This is just again a weather seal for the flint. It unthreads, comes down, and then you flip this to get it lit. And yeah, a very nice version, maybe slightly larger, slightly upscale compared to the Field L, but overall similar in construction. Here it is side by side with the Field L. You can see that the S is a little bit taller with its windshield, and then you have a more fancy, formal finishing and machining here on the Flint side. So two very handsome lighters. I don't think anyone would say that the Field L lacks elegance, but this is in some ways even more detailed and even more nicely finished off. You can see here the difference in the quality of the engraving on the bottom of these lighters. And then on the top as well, there's just a little bit more detail on the Douglas S. You probably would not realize that this is significantly different. This also is the only lighter in the series that comes with a higher polish. The Field L is more like the Neo series, where it's sort of brushed. This barrel here is actually fully polished. So again, getting just a little bit more finishing and detail in the Field S compared to the Field L and compared to the Neo series lighters. Very, very classy, no doubt. So for the Field S, you are looking at $89, and there is a variety of materials that this can be purchased in. This one is again in brass. The main difference between the S and the L from a mechanism standpoint is just the screw-in lock here with the switch versus the wheel here on the Flint. And then the other thing that you're paying for is the finer finishing. This is 2.75 inches. And again, just by way of reference, here is both of these lighters next to a Zippo, certainly in the pocket. They're going to carry very nicely. And both of these lighters are made by the Tokyo Lighter Co. in Japan, the Douglas Field L and the Douglas Field S. Perhaps the most whimsical of the whole bunch is the Marvelous lighter, again made by Tokyo Pipe Company. The Marvelous lighter is an interesting kind of steampunk take on the classic Zippo. Rather than having the Zippo top, you have just gearing and then a closing mechanism similar to what you would have on the Douglas lighters. But these are real working gears, and so when you light the lighter, you have a fantastic tactile experience of gears turning in your hand. And again, you have the nice cap on the top to put the flame out when you want, and you also have a windshield here as well. So it's a lot of the best of both worlds. This is, as you can see, brushed metal. The one that I have is in stainless, polished on the sides. On the bottom, you can unthread this, and this top comes out, and there's a place where you put in fluid, additional flints, etc. on the bottom. I'm not going to do that right now on camera just because it's full of fluid and I'd rather not make a mess. The Marvelous lighter is coming in at a very reasonable $54, which to me is well worth it. It's definitely an improvement in every respect, in my opinion, both in quality of manufacturing as well as in design over the Zippo lighter. Again, if you're into the kind of steampunk, show your gears type of thing, we've got triple gears here. You can imagine that's the sort of thing I'm going to really like. This one, being in stainless, is definitely lighter than any of the brass lighters that I've previously shown, and it is slightly slimmer as well. But in any case, it's just another really cool lighter that once you start collecting these Japanese lighters, you're just not going to want to stop. At least that's how I feel. These are so collectible. All right, guys, here we have all of the lighters that I've reviewed here, lit for your viewing pleasure. As you can see, they all are freestanding and have different flames based on the length of the wicks. that you could easily trim if you so chose. Let me know what you like best out of these lighters. Why don't you let me know in the comments below which of these lighters are your favorite? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you're collecting any of these lighters, and as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. So very nice quality and efficiency out of these little lighters from the Tokyo Lighter Co.